I've been quiet inside you. Oh, my heart in my chest shouts, feeling silenced and lied to. But he knows.
8-4. So we're gonna knock out so many days, and then he's gonna go home, or are you gonna stay here, or like what's the plan?
I'm not sure exactly. I have to see with him directly. But I think he's going to be here all week next week.
But I think it'd be good for a rhythm if we had so many days we got X amount of workouts in, and then he took a day and a half off or something like that, and then came right back. Because I think if we get into a cycle where we're hitting like doom, 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 bam, doom, 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 bam, instead of boom, 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 instead of sporadic, I think the whole body with the food and with everything like that, and I think everything it'll just work better. Like we get like 7 days a week or 1 month, like we'll be in an actual rhythm of what's going on, so that we'll know instead of us, guessing around about it, And then so I was thinking, since we just started. Not with legs, because you guys both have great quads, but I think I want to do a couple of supersets in some of the workouts until we start getting right where we want to be, especially with Shawn, where I catch him up with his body being cut, and then we'll start slowing it down when we get to right where we want to be and start kind of like taking steps forward slowly. But to catch up, I think we got to get the reps in there, and then we'll start creasing more into the heavier type stuff. And I know some different stuff that you want to do for your back and for your chest and stuff like that. If you guys could tell me that right before the workout or the night before, I can implement it in that way, what I want to do. Or I might have a variation of doing it like that, just to make sure that we're hitting everything, like that. And then I want to start going to the posing room once a week and say, here, like that. And then we'll take a video, send it to Chris, and I'll have a conversation with him and get a feedback of what he wants. Or what he's looking to do, which he's gonna say whatever, but I'll try to pull it out of him. So we're moving forward exactly instead of like just throwing dice and go, oh, it worked out. No, I wanted to actually have a plan, so it all comes together. So let's get scientific, but keep it raw, like that. So like little control confusion. So let me know what you want to do. If there's certain things you want to do, hey Chris, can we do this? Can we do that? That way I can time it. And Shawn's not gonna say anything until like 4 weeks out. Like he's gonna when he gets like in shape, then he puts his input in there like that. But you, I know you're more hands-on with your physique and stuff like that. So let me know and we can.
Well,
talk
I just
about
need like little upper chest here, and then I'm more weights in my back, so like some kind of rows or like close, like we did the other day, close down.
So I ordered those new handles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I ordered
awesome.
them. I wasn't gonna wait for Talk to Goes about it, so I just went and ordered them. I got wide grip.
The one like this?
The one I got the medium. We got the medium grip, the wide grip, the close, and the neutral. So we're gonna start with those.
Okay, cool.
So we'll implement those and put those into our arsenal. I think that's gonna be really good. And anything else we need, we'll just do it that way. So far as deadlifts, I'm not gonna go super heavy with the deadlifts, but I do want to do deadlifts.
Okay.
I do want to implement them in there, but I don't want to go 500-pound deadlifts and stuff like that where your glutes and everything get bigger.
Yeah, my glutes.
Yeah, exactly. But I do. It will help you get in shape faster and then keep everything up and straight and elongate the body. So
like
I do.
Rack pulls or straight deadlifts?
I don't know. I think we might do rack pulls.
Yeah.
I think we might do rack pulls, but I don't want to go super heavy. Not nothing where we're just doing it for the sake of just throwing around weight. But I do want your lower back to be really crisp. Your glute hamstring tie-in and your lower back to be crisp and sharp. Because you know what I'm saying? I think with your class, everybody's going to be in shape. There's no one going to be on this going to be out of shape. By the weight restriction, that you have to come in shape. So it's going to be those fine details that they're going to look for and say, okay, first, second, third, fourth. Everybody's going to flow. Everybody's going to have beautiful bodies. And like you said before, whenever they say turn around. Whenever they say like that, let's turn around. But on the internet, you see the picture from the front and everything is from the front, but the detail, the show is one from the back. So let's like that. So I've been watching a lot of old videos and stuff like that. And then when I sent you, where Ronnie kept wanting to turn around because he knew, as soon as I turn around, all this comparison is over. And that's when Jim Maine said, okay, Ron, we'll get to the back. Like that. But the same thing with you. I want you to be, can we turn around now? Can we turn around so we can just, in all this discussion, I'm ready to go home. Let's just turn around and and just in this. And I love that about that thing because Ronnie could not wait to turn around. Like he could not wait to turn around. And I remember when Ronnie was, because every day we do Mannion's thing. This guy would be so far ahead. They were talking, and like Cormier and Flex and everybody be like, well, I'm trying to get second.
Yeah.
They didn't even challenge him. They didn't even try to challenge him. Nobody said, I can get him, because he was just that far gone at the Jim Mannion show. It was that far ahead. So I want us to be like that, when you pose 4 weeks out, I want them to be like, I got second. So that's what I want to do. So, and I think by us trying to do that, or that happening, it's gonna be a plan. It's not gonna happen by accident. It's gonna be a plan. And Cito and I talking, you and I talking, and Shawn and I talking. And everybody has the actual thing what we're doing, and we just make it happen. So that's it. So that's the plan for Stanimal's first Olympia.
That's right.
The plan is a very strict plan, and there are no rules, and things may change at any time, but the saying is that he's going to have the most complete back, he's going to be in shape, and he's going to want to turn around and just knock him out. Let's just turn around.
Let's just do it.
Let's just turn around. Together, oh, they're talking about drugs, and they're talking about this, and they're talking about how much cardio and this and that, and they're really just talking about their dogs. But everybody thinks that about food or what food they want to eat. What are you gonna eat after like that? But everybody thinks that there's some mastermind plan of, oh yeah, you do this and you mix that and you wait 20 minutes and then you drink a warm glass of water and 2 ounces of milk and then you take the injection and then that's what happens. Like, no, they're not talking about that at all. It doesn't even come up. It doesn't even come up.
What are you talking about?
No, they're talking about regular life. Like he's a regular person. He's talking about regular life, regular things like that. Very like that, motorcycles or music and stuff like that. That very rarely comes up in topics. But when it does, but when it comes up, it comes up. But it's not everything. It's not the whole thing. Most people think that trainers and guys at this level that they're different. They're just regular people with regular problems and regular dreams and aspirations, and this is what they do. It just happens to be for the next 14 weeks. It's a 24-hour job for him. So he's on his job for 24 hours. It's not like he punches out and go, okay, I can go to McDonald's, or I can go to Burger King and I can do something else, or I'm gonna stay up night and watch a bunch of movies. Like, none of that happens. If you're really good on the level getting ready for Olympia, none of that happens. Like, his job is for 24 hours, 7 days a week, every minute. If he's not eating, sleeping, training, or thinking about his program, he has to be actually executing his program. So it's just something that happens so much, it's nothing to even talk about.
Yeah, there's no room for waste of time.
No, there's no waste of time.
If you go to bed one time late, like you're missing the next day,
all
your meals are gonna start missing meals.
Yeah,
and
you just fall behind.
Yeah, exactly.
You just fall behind. So it's like it's a very narcissistic sport, and you have to fall into yourself and say, this is what I'm doing for all this time. This is my life for these next 14 weeks. Every minute of every day should be concerned of him walking on that stage and going against battles. Going against guys and doing battle guys who think exactly the same. Exactly. They're not doing anything else. It's up, get ready for the next day, some meals, prep, taking their vitamins, and then start all over again. It's nothing else. If you want to do well, that's how you have to think about this sport in that time period. And then maybe after the show, after the guest poses, then he can have some balance in his life and stuff like that. But not right now. It's like Elvis Presley. What he does, what he would do, the auditorium would fill up, and he should be back in the back of his dressing room, just hanging out in the audience like that, until they start chanting, then he comes out. But when Elvis came out, he really performed. So that's Shawn. When Shawn comes, he's gonna perform. He's gonna work out. He's really gonna put the work in. But he's not gonna start on time. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. He's gonna get me, and Elvis, he's like, so I would say Shawn is the Jamaican Elvis Presley. He comes late, but he performs. So like that. So as long as he performs, I don't really care.
And who is he?
Stanimal? Oh, this guy's a machine. This guy's a machine. He's gonna be on time. He's gonna I don't have to ask him, did you eat? Did you did you do this? Did you do that? No, he did everything he's supposed to do. Everything was done. And then when he's done his, it's two things happen. 3 things are gonna happen. If he has a massage appointment, that's gonna happen. Food and then sleep. That's it. And then, that's gonna be it.
Pretty much.
Food and then sleep. And maybe walk his dog, which is therapeutic like that for him. But that's it. Those things gonna happen. It's not gonna be, I'm going down to the fashion district and shop and window shop. No. And that's why I like working with him, because he wants to make a statement. He wants to make a statement. Like he's in here to be good. He's not just gonna show up. Like most guys, their first time at the Olympia, they'll just say, okay, I'm invited to Olympia. I'm not gonna do well. I'm just gonna show up, and then next year. I said, no. You have to knock them out this year and daze them, then knock them out the next year. So like that, you have to like put the fear in them. When they see you, when they're oiling up, they need to look at Stan and go, whoa. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't see this guy coming. And that's the thing about it. But I think they do see him coming. I think they do. I think they do. Can you remember like this, I've been in this sport for 30 years. Like I can look and say, okay, that guy's serious, that guy's really talented but not serious, that guy's gonna make it. I can pretty much say that. Even like in like little league football. When the coach sees you running out, he's like, this guy right here has potential. As soon as you hit the field, he knows that guy has potential. He knows that guy's coachable, he knows this, he knows that. He knows right away. So the same thing when I saw you, and I saw you growing, I saw, okay, this guy can do some damage. Because he's serious about it. He's serious about it. It's never like that, and he's not missing meals, he's giving 100%, and if something hurts, it really hurts. But very rarely you ever say, this bitch is getting, just do it. And that's what you have to worry about this sport. Not just genetics, but people that are coachable and people willing to do whatever they need to do to make it happen. Those people are very dangerous. Those people are very dangerous. You have to really watch out. And then and the ones that surround themselves around greatness, he knows how to surround himself with people that are going to make him great and bring the best out of him. So those are very dangerous, and your competitors see that as well. They see it too. They don't just see, okay. If you see like I remember like back in the day, it would be Chris Cormier, Ronnie Coleman, Flex Wheeler, and Danny Hester. And people would think, why is this little guy hanging around all these big guys like that? But when Danny took his shirt off, you knew why. Yeah. That guy, he had a physique that we all admired, and he looked really great all year long. Low tie-ins, nice deep cuts, and so it's not really surprising to me that he became Mr. Olympia. It wasn't a surprise because he always had it. So, but I'm saying, like when you see groups of people, usually they all fit. They all tie in together. I think they see it. They see it coming. They're not gonna expect it because you don't talk and you just show up. You're not a big talker and this and that. You're actually a doer. But if they're smart, they kind of see it coming. They see it.
What do you eat before the workout, and how much time do you let pass before you
But today was a little special because we were supposed to train at 8 and then we changed it to noon. So I wake up at 5 a.m, I do my cardio, then come back in my abs, then I come back home and I ate my first meal, usually around 7, which is 8 ounces of beef, 2 cups of rice, and then 2 hours later I eat another meal, which is normally like about an hour before I train. So usually I try to eat like 60 minutes before I start training. And but today, since we trained at noon, I had a second meal at about 9:30, 10, and then I had a shake, a mix of whey protein and casein around 11. So just to make sure I get, because I only have 3 meals after this afternoon. So if I had another meal before my workout, I would only have 2 meals for the whole afternoon, which is not, conceivable. So I decided to get a shake in and make sure I'm protecting my muscle and tight catabolic, and keep the protein intake. So that's what I did today.
Did you get it on camera?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just glad we did.
Wait, I'm just letting you know who I am. I'm letting you know who I am.
If you don't know who Van Damme is, I feel honored.
No.
You actually know my name.
I made it. We made it. We have arrived.
Oh, shoot. Thank you.
Who?
What's up? Hi guys, today we're here with the boss, Psychofitness, taking us another quad workout with Shawn. It's our third workout together for this prep, and yeah, it's going to be brutal. Shawn and I both have good quads, so it's not like a body part we're really stressed about. So we're just going, going hard obviously, but we don't over stress it, and save up some energy for all the body parts.
Like a pimp, if you feeling like a pimp, 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 if you feeling like a pimp, 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 if you feeling.
What we're doing here is we're doing some isolation, leg extensions, and basically what he's doing, he's just getting his quad warmed up, getting the knee ready to go, getting his mind right. So we're not pushing him. He's just doing it. Whatever weight he wants to do, I let him do it. Same thing with Stan, whatever weight he wants to let him do it, and then we just start off slow, don't have any injuries, nothing pulls, stuff like that. So we're just working our way into the workout. I do that with everybody. I don't come in yelling and pushing and stuff like that. I meet you where you are, and I pull you where I want you to be. So that's what we're doing. I'm not even checking the weight. He's just getting his mind mentally prepared, getting his knees, joints, everything ready to go.
Like a pimp, 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 if you feeling like a pimp, 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 if you feeling like a pimp, like a pimp, like a pimp, like a pimp.
Notice we're using the foam roller, placing it right behind his back. And what was this, I'm changing the angle so he can drop his hip down more. So this takes pressure off the hip and takes pressure off the knees. So two things he's doing. He's pushing up and he's pushing out on the side of his foot, to create more of a sweep. So we're still working out, we're still starting out slow. So what we're doing, he's squeezing it. So we're not trying to go a bunch of heavy weight. We're trying to exhaust the quads, and then we'll get to the heavier weight to avoid injury. And we're gonna do a lot of supersets until I get these guys right on track where I want to be, until I get in my head. So we're gonna do 20 reps here and go right into leg extensions, 20 reps. So the whole point is I need the set to last over a minute. So that's the reason for a superset. It's not about the weight, it's about time. Here, keeping the weight moderate. It's not heavy weight. We could put 38 plates on here. But what we're doing now, since we're just starting out, I'm creating a lot of time. So what I'm trying to do is get the muscle nice and dense. A dense muscle, promote the deep cuts and nice shape. Size, yes, but right now it's about deep cuts and separation in the quads. Get nice and lean, I'll reduce the reps and keep the weight high. But right now, I'm just trying to get these guys ahead. I want to see everything there, to see the shape there, and actually see what I'm working with. So that way I'm staying more on the lighter side and more on the side of reps.
Godzilla. We got killers. Star rappers like Godzilla.
with the smell of gunpowder like a shotgun.
The reps are good right now. We can burn it up. So what I'm trying to do is basically create things in their body. So Chris Aceto, the coach, he can adjust, and so that you guys actually grow into the show. So the old school way of doing it, you start out 15 weeks. The first 7 weeks, you're growing. You're growing up into the show. Then you're kind of like flatten out, and then you start tapering down. So I'm trying to get these guys to actually grow and get cut at the same time because they have the food. There you go, good. Let's squeeze. Squeeze, come on. All the way up, please. All the way up, please. All the way up, please. Come on, give me some of that. So I want to address some comments I saw on the YouTube where somebody says, why do we make things easy hard? So let me explain something. If you have a close grip pull down, it's not the same as a wide grip pull down or reverse. So every time you see us get a bench or we get a pad and I put them in a certain position, you really think I'm doing that to be innovative and to be exciting? You think I want to run around here and look for that pad? You're wrong. Because every time you change the position, you create a different. It's not the same. It's just not the same. So I still work out. I still hit the weight. So I know what they should be feeling in that right position. Sometimes the trainers, they get away from working out and they don't work out anymore. And sometimes they forget where they are. I'm still in the paint. I'm still in the game. See Shawn with his hands on his quads. He's not pushing up. He's feeling to make sure his quads are firing.
Broken, I've awoken, crawling out from the ocean. Breathe fire approaching you in the violent motion. Try to kill the monster in me with a violent potion. Devil went down to Georgia with his violin smoking. Soaking up the radiation, growing 80 feet tall. Spike a fighter jet to the ground like a...
You notice he had his hands on his quads over here as well. He's not helping himself. He's making sure there's firing. So that's the thing about it. Sometimes you guys see stuff and it looks the same or it looks what you think it is from across the room and it's not. So he's not assisting himself. He's making sure the muscle is firing.
Throw your body up in the sky and let it free fall. My freestyles hit your heart harder than speedballs. The bald eagles all evil, watch what they teach y'all. The small people call feeble might just eat y'all. I'm Godzilla vanilla.
They'll look around and they say, oh, I did extensions. But when Stan does it, if you look really close, he's flaring and flexing his leg and pushing his leg out and flexing his quad. So people, we don't lift weights, we bodybuild. There's a difference between lifting weights and bodybuilding. So a person can take a refrigerator up a flight of steps. That doesn't mean he's bodybuilding. It means he's lifting something heavy. So you can come here and lift something heavy or you can bodybuild. There's a difference. So you have to really watch, and it's the minute difference of what bodybuilding from lifting weights.
We start rappers like Godzilla. Godzilla. And we got killers. We start rappers like Godzilla. Godzilla. And we got killers. We start rappers like Godzilla. Godzilla.
Somebody tell the president to wake up. It looks like there's a monster with my genetic makeup. I think a meteor was orbiting Florida, crash landing through my door, and then
It hurts.
This squat machine is a jetpack because it looks like a jetpack. So now if you see when he does it, he's facing in, so the weight is on the front of his body. So two things. We're gonna get upper quad, so whenever the weight is in front of your body, like a front squat, that's more for your upper quad. And the reason we'll do that is get the upper quad bigger, flare it out to make the waist look smaller, and then while he's going back like that, we're getting the glute in there. Not directly, because I don't work, bodybuilders should never work the glute directly with heavy weight. Lightweight, yes, heavyweight, no, never. And so, because you don't want the glute too big, because it'll detract away from your waistline and your hamstring. You've seen bodybuilders where the hamstring is here and the glute is way, like sticking way out. That's a woman, that's not a bodybuilder. So we got to get the hamstring bigger than the actual glute where it flares out. So that's why we have more weight on the hamstring, direct weight on the hamstring opposed to the glute.
Gon' feel it and you gon' get it. I'm gon' get it and we gon' get it and you gon' get it and you gon' feel it. I'm gon' get it and we gon' get it and you gon' feel it and you gon' get it. I'm gon' get it and we gon' get it and you gon' get it and you gon' feel it. I'ma make it till it ain't
doing at the top, that little flare he's doing right at the top, that's bodybuilding. It looks like the same, what you guys do at home, it's not. It's not the same. So when you see these guys working out, and the little small movements they're making is the difference between lifting weight and actually bodybuilding. That little pump he's doing at the end, that tells me he's working his quads. So I wanted my video to be more instructional and give you guys things that maybe you didn't know. It's not about the yelling and the screaming, it's about why we do what we do. Now, the reason I didn't start with this machine is because it does hit the glutes, and I don't want the glutes hit. So we did leg extensions, then we went to hack squat with the pad, so we're trying to get all the front quad actually engaged, and then that's why we supersetted the leg press, because you can hit the glute with the leg press as well. That's why we supersetted the extensions to keep all the emphasis on the actual quad. And once here, now this is last because the quads are totally exhausted, and I don't need a lot of weight, but we're getting a slight glute in there to keep it tight, but not grow it bigger. So a lot of times you'll say, man, I do the same weight as the pro. You're moving weight, you're lifting weight, you're not bodybuilding with the same weight. It's the same thing if you have a chicken breast and you put cheese and syrup on top of it. Yeah, you ate the chicken breast, but there was other stuff you added to it that made it not the same. So you can put the same weight on here. If your concept is just to get it off of you, if your concept is 20 reps, or if your concept is actually filling in my quad, where my quad's actually growing, expanding, or getting more cut, or whatever we're targeting, that's the difference. These guys are not just throwing around the weight, they're actually bodybuilding, and that's what you have to do. You have to bodybuild.
And how do you come to the level to be able to contract the muscle in that way the pros do it?
Okay, people don't understand psychofitness. So people always think psychofitness because I'm crazy. Yeah, I am crazy, I am a nut. But it's psychofitness. The mind and body come together. I'm the joint between that. And that's why you see me always touching the guys. I'm not touching because I like guys. I'm touching because to make sure the muscle is actually firing. To make sure they're firing the muscle. That he's not just moving it. Now, sometimes it may look like he's moving it, then I touch and there's nothing there. Then I touch it, then he'll contract it and let him know. But that's why it's psychofitness, where the mind and body meets.
Don't believe you don't succeed, and if you don't apply, you won't achieve. Keep your head up high, deep down low, and follow your heart and get to the.
Now you see when he got in there, I moved away from him. I'm not patting him, I'm not touching him, I moved away from him. And I came in when he needed me. I'm just not there touching him just for the sake of touching him. But sometimes the bodybuilder has to reach deep into themselves and get it done. I can't always yell at them, I can't always help them. So I have to step away, let them get into himself, let him get his feet and his mind connected to what he has to do. And then I'll come in when he needs that assistance.
There's a will, there is a way. Never trust the soul, I'm here to say. Stop depending and be yourself, and grab a hold and don't look left. So take the swing, now here's your chance. You got nothing to lose, make it stand. See the clock is ticking, time ain't waiting. When you're all alone, that's what your face is shine. I'm making it ain't nothing to do. I take it.
Directly hitting the glutes right now because everything is tired, exhausted. So I feel it's safe to do that without getting actually growth. That's when I'm tight, striated, but not big. So that's what we're doing. 5 weeks, I never heard him say anything, like nothing. He was just like this. So one time he came in and he actually said something. He mumbled something and Charles said okay. And I said, Charles, what'd he say? Charles goes,
I just scream right there. All these New Year.
I was like, I don't know what he said.
All this new era bullshit.
No, he doesn't ask questions. He doesn't complain. He just comes in. I like Shawn. I go, hey Shawn, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna stretch your psoas muscle. We're gonna get your breast cheesiest, and we're gonna make your soleus. And Shawn goes, just do it, man. I don't care. He finished hitting quads with Shawn Rhoden and Stanimal. So Shawn, what do you want to say to your fans?
Buy my shirt.
buy the shirt and buy the shoes.
Hey, listen, I just want to say thank you guys for your continued support. It's going to be a great Olympia with all the fuckery and what's not going on. We're going to have some fun. 13 and a half weeks, something like that.
But who's counting? Who's counting?
I'm counting.
Stan's counting. Stan first Olympia, so
I'm the timekeeper.
we're going to have some fun and enjoy ourselves. And it's going to be the best Olympia yet. And I'm going to use the famous word of Cristocito. We'll see.
This is it, guys. We're like drenched. We're like sweat a good time. Got a great quad pump. Yeah, we gave it all we had, and thanks to Chris Psycho for taking us to this workout. And make sure you keep watching. There's a lot of good content coming up your way, so stay tuned.
Buy my shirt. The chicken breast is not cheap.